God, that's windy. Let's see who's the first person here. Okay, who was first? It was Chris O'Connell. No, I don't want to see that. Chris O'Connell was first. Ah. Nah, Tristan, you weren't first. Chris O'Connell was first. He was the first person to log in. 9:27. You didn't log in until after he did. Morning, guys. I'm sharpening a knife, boys, up at Fire Forge. Who's that? Oh, I just meant who was going to be the first person to log in. Good morning. I am going to do this knife real quick. And then I have got to go to the forge. I spent the whole day yesterday. If you watched the video, you saw it didn't go as we had hoped. But hell, still had fun. Whew. Afternoon there. Guys, it is cold this morning. I'm not gonna lie, we had a storm come in yesterday. If you watched my video, you saw it. It was brewing when we were at the park, and then it had rained a little bit. It got cold as shit here. I am sharpening a falcon that was sent to them for refinishing. So that's still an option. What's up, Yakov? Guess whose knife is going to get worked on today? Ah, that's okay. Hey, at least he's back, bro. I got a lot of friends that didn't. Or get a chance to come from Iraq for 2 weeks. Well, I hadn't done a live feed in a few days, and I'd had people complain that I had only been doing live feeds and had not been doing I hadn't been doing any review videos. And so I did a review video, and then I just haven't had a chance to do the live feeds for a few days here. And then I had people that texted me. I was like, hey, bro, where's the live feeds? I'm like, the thing is, which you guys don't, there's a good bit you guys don't see as to why I prefer doing the live feeds a little bit. Because I can go live feed, get stuff done. When I shoot a review video, when I do a review video, I have to do editing and transitions and things like that. And it's just, I got a question for you, Mike. You got a hottie recently. How do you feel? How do you manage to unscrew the spinning pivot? Have you ever tried? Yeah, I've taken mine apart, my old one apart. All right, hold that thought, because I have a video that I'm going to do, because I'm going to do it on this, because I actually need to take this apart. This is my Fair & Forge Maker's Choice spinner. A lot of times the pivots are Loctited, and so what you have to do is, there's a way to do it, and I'll give you the quick and dirty version. You can heat the screw up on the metal side of the hotkey if it's got a composite handle, and then hopefully it'll break. But what you can do is you put that knife, the handle, against your chest like this at an angle, so it's like this, and you push in on the pivot and pull out on the blade enough that it puts tension on the pivot itself, and then the screw will come out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I think it was a mobile station, Cody. I think I got it at a mobile. I do have a gas station knife here, though. So you guys, I do have to. Where'd it go? Where'd the little container go? Okay, so I was going to talk about this, and I had stuff out here for it. I was going to talk about a video, but since I had some more stuff come in, yeah, it says MTech. But the thing is, it was a gift. It was a gift from a subscriber, and so was this. This is a handmade. Yeah, I can sharpen and cram it. This is a handmade fishing lure that he made. This guy used to tie fishing ties, and he sent this to me. It is a handmade fishing lure. My daughter gets gifts from you guys, my followers and subscribers. It's pretty awesome. So but the thing with the live feed, like last night when we got home. Last night, when when the daughter and I got home from eating, and then she had to do it took me about an hour and a half. I thought about doing it, but it's got a hook in it, Cody, and she would have hurt herself and then murdered me. So back to what I was saying. When I do a review video, like I have to, I have one on the counter. You guys are gonna love this. You ready for this? I have the prototype 2.0 Fortis that is going to be the first knife of the Ferrum Forge Pro line. I have one on my counter, and that's the next review knife. And I don't even have to wait because I've already carried it a lot. Because I know the boys, and I've carried that Proto probably a month at least. But you know, I have to do this. But the thing is, I give up so much other time that I could be doing things, and time is becoming an issue. I have not even, I'm not gonna lie, I talked to Sean this morning, not even started grinding this month's Hornet, which is Sean. Yes, we is manufacturing them. So it gets hard to manage, especially, I got permission, they gave it to me. Fox Tur? Yes, I have. Fox Tur? Tur, or however you want to look at it? Yes, I have sharpened. I've sharpened 3 of those, and every one of them was misground. They are a nice knife, though. I didn't get permission to do the video. Yeah, I mean, they gave me permission, but I carried the proto. So yes, they were testing prototypes for that Pro line. For that Hornet 2.0 or the Fortis 2.0, they were testing the prototypes for that this time, mid-year last year, and so I carried it because I got like 5 protos, different colors, different styles. The only thing is, the one I have does not have a pocket clip because the style of pocket clip got changed after the proto. So we'll just have to, you guys won't get to see the pocket clip on it. So. But you'll see, I guarantee I'll show you that later. I just woke up trying to get this. Fox knives are nice knives. The problem is they do come misground pretty bad. Yeah, that's about right. Wait, Michael, hook you up what? What are we talking about? Yeah, this Dwayne's the one that sent this to me, and I was saying how I found it cool that pretty much now there's a few people that just send me stuff all the time. So, oh yeah, I can't. The Fox knives are nice. Once they're sharp, they're really nice. So. Oh, I was gonna say something. You guys don't see what I do a lot of times off screen, or out of frame. So I had a guy ask me how do I deal with the burr, and I believe it was Dwayne. It was Dwayne. We were talking about because he has a wicked edge. So I sharpen a knife and form the burr on one side, and then a lot of times people are like, okay, well, I've done the knife on both sides. Now I have a burr on the side that I stopped with, right? And so I'm sharpening this side of the knife, then I sharpen this side of the knife, then I sharpen this side of the knife, but now I have a burr on whichever side I stopped on. So I have been sharpening this side of the knife right now. So that means that on this side of the knife, there's a small burr. And he asked, how do you handle that? Do you do like one stroke and then go back? I don't. Whatever side I finish on, I start on the opposite side. I take that burr off. I'm not having to play around with burr, but there's another trick too. Especially when you start getting up to finer stones, like I'm on a 400 grit right now, but this probably won't work. Or a I'm on a 600. Ah! I can't. Anyway, if you're up around 1,000 grit or higher, you take a wine cork and you pull that through and you'll knock that burr right off. So, not a big deal. I had to go down a stone. I found some minor scratches and stuff that were... And that's the other thing. I was explaining something, how... Like, well, how is it that you say sometimes you go up a stone and then you see scratches that were left? The scratches from the higher grit stone, or a higher grit stone, are so much less that there will be small areas where the coarser stone was able to get into, and you've got scratch pattern there from that. And then when you go to a higher grit stone, that's when you realize that there's a spot that still needs a little bit more work. And sometimes you won't see it until you get to 1,000 grit, and that's painful, because if you've gone from a 220 to a 400 to a 600, especially if it's a hard steel like 20CB, S30V, S90V, S125V, something like that, it really sucks, because then you're going all the way back down, basically to starting over, almost. So, I'm only sharpening this one. I have got stuff I have to do at the shop. I do know, ladies and gentlemen, that I have a lot of your stuff. Problem is, beginning of my week, Monday on is usually reserved for sharpening here at the house if I have a lot of stuff to do. I probably won't be back up to the shop after today until Tuesday or Wednesday. So, but the thing is, I do still make knives, which means I have to have that time in my schedule somewhere, which is why I'm working 7 days a week, because I kind of got myself where I'm providing things that are, you know, for one person, starting to get a little difficult. I have a box of knives from Dwayne. I have a box of knives from a guy in. I have boxes of knives in there, and some of them need sharpening, some of them need refinishing. I'm gonna have to figure out the refinishing thing. I might have to start doing that at night, because to do it during the week when Chris and Elliot are there, because they're using this equipment I want to use. The grinders not so much, but the tumblers, the blaster, the ceramic, the ano tank, the refinish areas, those things makes it difficult. So I am going to come up with some way, because this, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm sharpening stuff. I just did a Carter Prime. That's going to cost you extra, Todd, because Carter Prime is IKBS, which means I'm going to have to charge extra to refinish that, because I have to take it all the way apart. So, and I do not have any more of the ceramic bearings. So I would say that I could replace your steel bearings in that Carter Prime with ceramic bearings. However, the container that they were in got thrown away accidentally. I just did that for Sean, Sean Schmidt, who is the guy that's getting this month's Hornet. His Hornet is the one on the boards for this month. I said it with some stuff I shouldn't have said it with. It got gathered up with some stuff that went out on a day where the trash the trash guys were picking up oversized stuff, and so we had some stuff that just was big. And the container that I had a bunch of different ceramic bearings in, they all went with it. So I don't have any more of those small ceramic bearings for that. Apologize. I like to replace those with the ceramic bearings because they're better. But can't do it anymore, guys. Sorry. I have got stones that I have to refinish. I got to refinish these stones. I sharpened a lot week before last, and then when I got done, last week was pretty dead, to tell you the truth. And had a bunch of stuff that I had to do, and then I did not refinish these stones. Reflatten them, I should say. So I know how I'm doing. I know how I'm spending my morning tomorrow after I take my daughter to school. Before I can even start sharpening, I need to flatten some of those stones. Not that they're going to not do a good job if I do a couple knives first, but the problem is I don't have just a couple knives. I have a bunch of knives. Seems okay. Her back was fine yesterday. You could feel, I was telling that to Barry on the actual comment section of that video. You could feel the difference in her back muscles as soon as she got off of the table. And Dr. Park does an amazing job. I had sciatica. And I would have episodes of sciatica that were just horrible. Like I couldn't get out of bed and shit like that. And I would go to the doctor and they give me muscle relaxers and shit like that. And tell you, oh, stay in bed, rest, and you can't go to work, you can't do this, you can't do that. Keep taking the muscle relaxers, keep taking the muscle relaxers and the Percocet. And it sometimes would take a couple weeks, you know, and I'm like, I can't afford that now. So the one time, and this was the one time it finally was bad enough that I had to go see somebody, I had went to the doctor, and I was a contractor. I was a government contractor. And I had hurt my back, and I only had 40 hours sick time. It's heat. It warms everything up, and it heats the needles up, and the heat transfers from the needles down into that area and relaxes everything a little better. But he doesn't use some people use electrodes and put electricity in and stimulate the muscle. He uses heat. Anyway, so I had hurt my back, and I missed a week of work. I was no more sick time. I was burning vacation time, and I was like, I'm almost out of vacation time now, and I had shit I want to do. And so, like I said, you get if Lockheed Martin only gave us 40 hours of sick time a year. So I went back to the doctor, and I'm like, oh, it looks like it's getting better. Just keep taking the Valium and the Vicodin, and you'll be. And I was like, I was doing weapon stuff, so couldn't go to work at all. And I was like, I don't have any more sick time. I'm sick of this. And I mean, I couldn't sit. I had to lay down in the back of the car. And my wife was like, do you want to try acupuncture? There's a place right up here, because we were close to my clinic. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. Let's go. And that old dude put needles up and down my back, and then put 2 of them in my left hand. And I was fine. Isabel's 10. That should have been 6 years ago. I haven't had sciatica since. Never once. He put needles all up down my back, put them in my tailbone, put them in my butt cheeks, put one in the bottom of my foot. That hurt. And then 2 in my my right hand, right here. And I watched him screw a needle like that long. Like, that didn't even hurt. And he goes, you still pain? I was like, yeah, a little. Puts another one right next to it. It's like, how about now? I was like, nope. Not a thing. Now I still have back pain because I have fused vertebrae, but. And so instead of putting my daughter through all that crap that I had to go through, let's go to physical therapy that's not really doing anything. Let's take medicine that's just only making you dopey and sleepy, and it's not really helping anything. It just makes it, all the medicines that they give you is just make you comfortable until the pain actually goes away. So, but Dr. Park can find the area where it's, I take her to medical all the time. because I'm retired. But the thing is, that's the thing. That's what they're going to do. They're going to treat the symptom, not the problem. And he explained it to me. He's like, you know how when your computer is kind of screwed up and you push the reset button? He's like, what's causing all of that? There's one nerve that's just sitting there firing for no reason. He's like, you have to turn it off. And then when it comes back on, it works fine. And I was like, that's pretty good. So you find that one, and he finds that one. I remember I told her the ones that hurt the worst are probably the ones that are going to help the most. He put that needle in, and she's like, ah. And I was like, yep. And he's like, yeah, I know. Hurts here, I know. And once he got all those needles in, work his way down to the trouble spot, and then work his way away from it on both sides. You could physically feel how much softer the muscles were in her back. I probably should go. My back is kind of tightened up and stuff. But $50 versus her suffering with it for weeks. And the whole thing is, she's a competitive athlete. She's got aches and pains. She's got muscle strain. She's gonna have muscle spasms. She was doing double axles and she's jumping way up in the air, landing on ice with steel blade, with no cushioning really. There's no shock support in those. It's not like basketball shoes. Her skates are basically leather, plastic, her foot, and a piece of metal. Nah, that dog loves to go to the park. She's just in the house. She's just really subdued. You should see her though if Elliot comes over. Elliot comes over and stops by. Holy crap, that dog loses her fucking mind. So, that was it for this. I just wanted to get this done. I wanted to let you guys know. I apologize for y'all's yuns that like the live feeds. Yeah, that's ridiculous. She's very well behaved. Did you guys see my Instagram where she will put a dog treat on her nose and sit there and hold it until you tell her to eat it. She sits on that pillow until she's called to go somewhere else. And sometimes not even then. Very well behaved dog. Until Elliot Williamson from Fair and Forge comes over, and then she loses her ever-loving fucking mind. She loves that dude. Just give her a quick half-micron touch. Make sure there's no burr. No areas that aren't polished. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. My work day has just begun. It's cold enough out here. It is 47 degrees out here. And I can't wear, the problem is I can't wear a big bulky coat because I need to be able to move and shit like that. So I have the heater on. The sun is pounding. I can feel the heat trying to come down off the top because the sun's up. It's still cold out here, guys. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I just wanted to, Dwayne, thank you very much. Isabel loved those little knives you sent. Dwayne sent a little package of 4 miniature knives. So it's exactly why, Dwayne, that's exactly why I stole the container. Isabel was like, you should go in and scare mommy with it. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. There's swords in the bedroom, and she's better at that than I am. And nothing scarier than an angry Asian woman with a fucking 3-foot razor blade. Yeah, this is cool. This is gonna go on a shelf with a bunch of other stuff that I have that is just cool stuff that stuff that would never go away. Stuff I would never get rid of. Is this? Oh, it is a screw top container. Can you guys see that? Look at that. The legs on that are fucking amazing. Here, let me pull it up. I hate spiders enough that this is so realistic. I just got goosebumps. That's how creepy this thing is. It's a fucking spider. My father would shit himself. Terrified of spiders. I don't like spiders. I'm not as scared. My father was terrified of spiders. Now watch, I won't be able to get this thing back in here without breaking it. Oh, there it goes. So you guys that do send me stuff, I appreciate. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm. As a matter of fact, I try to dissuade people from it, but it still happens. People send my daughter stuff. People send my daughter presents and stuff like that. My daughter has got more knives now at 10 than I did as a country boy at 10. And she's a girl. She's got knives that I've made for her. She has 2 knives I've made for her. She has a whole bunch of knives that Dwayne just sent her. She has a whole bunch of knives that are... Oh, Weeze S35BN is by far the best that I have come across. And I don't mean it because this is a Crown Ford. I'm saying that because I don't know if I'm going to. They're so small. And the thing is, like, she likes them. She took the box, she put it up. And so I don't think that they would even need sharpening. I think it's just something she's going to keep. So, alright guys, that's it. $25 in 26 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I can't complain. I could, but nobody fucking listen. Alright guys, I'm out of here. I gotta go get ready, get changed, put on my shop clothes, if I can go up there. I'm gonna start grinding Sean's knife. I'm gonna finish sharpening. Oh, so all of the neck knives are officially back. So if you guys are wondering why I have not shipped the neck knives that came in last week, in shipping, those things, I don't know if it's that they bump up against that. I usually have to do some touch up on the ceramic. And so everybody's are back. Everybody's are sharp. I just have to do a little bit of ceramic touch up on yours. No, Cody, but there's a couple of the ones, usually the ones that have the more polished, iridescent polished ceramic usually wind up having to be touched up. They seem to get scratched. I know, I'm taking it with me. I'm gonna see if Elliot and I can cobble something on that. And the anodizing on that knife, I'm not happy with it. It is so, I think it's the surface finish. It's so, the second you touch it, it's not the right color anymore. And I'm gonna take it up. That's an easy fix. That's not a big deal. It's the blade, Dwayne. It's the blade that is the issue at the moment. I tried sharpening out there's a significant recurve, a very small recurve that even my small stones are skating across. So I have an area where it's sharp and polished, and then there's a small area where it dips down, and I really don't know, you know, I've got to, and the tip is really bad. So I'm thinking that if I just put a 220 belt on the grinder and then just re-angle that. Yes, Mr. Langston, this is your Falcon. It's not going to show up very well under this blue, but it's fucking sharp now. Well, I didn't want it to take this long. The thing is, I don't have Spyderco ceramic rods anymore. My best friend was going on a 10-month deployment on his ship, and he's like, dude, I gotta find something. He's like, I gotta find something to keep this, because I bought him a knife for his birthday. I bought him 2 years ago, I bought him a Sebenza 25, and I gave it to him. It was used, and I thought for him, being a military guy, those finger deployment stuff, so he's like, dude, last deployment, dude, he's like, he bought a couple of cheap Gerbers from the ship store because his Sebenza 25 got dull, and people were like, well, I can sharpen it for you. He goes, no. He's like, you are not the guy that's going to sharpen my knife. And I met the one guy, he was like, why was he saying? He's like, you're the only one that's going to sharpen that knife. And I was like, it's a $400 knife. And I sharpened it for him before, and so the kid was here, and I sharpened it for him. I got it done. I was like, there you go, bud. And the kid looked at it. He was like, holy shit. He was touching it. I was like, don't do that. Please don't touch the blade on that. Until you leave. I don't want you to cut yourself at my house. That's bad. I'm liable for that. So the kid watched me doing it. It was like, I was like, what were you going to use? He's like, I got this pull through thing. And I was like, get out. Get out. Get out of my house. This is 4-stage ceramic pull through. Works real good. And I was like, get out. My mustache is getting really, really starting to get a bit over the top. I do believe I need to take care of that. It's starting to Sam Elliott on me, and which that's a cool thing, but my wife doesn't like it because she says it's like kissing a fucking push broom. So ladies and germs, that's it. I'm out of here. I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta do. I gotta get out of here, eat something, spend a little bit of time with the kid before she goes ice skating, so I can go and get done, so I can come back about the time they get done ice skating. Later, I will be doing a video. I may do it tonight. I may do a video at the forge. I'm not sure yet. But I definitely will be trying to do that video of the Fortis 2.0 that Elliot gave me to do a video on. Before the end of the week. Before the end of the week, definitely. All right, guys. Later.